Hi, my name is Maureen and Today FM rocks in Lambasa.
Mula, my name is Mark. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Makassi.
Hey, Bula from Rockawaki. I'm Mentor. I love listening to Today FM because they're playing my hits. Today FM rocks.
My name is Enrico. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks in Suva.
Hi, I'm Asrika and I'm from Lotoka and I love Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, I'm Siva. I'm from Bat. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on
In this bulletin, courts to decide on fish disposal. New Zealand government willing to share trade experience. And new textbook policy to be introduced soon.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Teva Lendua.
The Ministry of Fisheries is now in the process of deciding how best to dispose of the kaukaua and donu fish that were seized during the seasonal ban between June and September. Fisheries Permanent Secretary Craig Strong says they've kept the confiscated fish as part of the evidence haul at their Fisheries Service Centre for the further prosecution of several cases. There were significant seizures of the fish. In one incident, around 600 kilos of kaukaua and donu were taken in. Strong says it's now up to the courts to determine how they dispose of the fish.
Most preferable for us is to return that stock to the ecosystem. So we'll put it back in the sea so it becomes food and it goes back into the ecosystem. The second is to have it as feed for our aquaculture, our hatcheries. We have 2 hatcheries around the country. And the third would be, and it's not our preferred, is to dispose of it. So those are the 3 options that we have.
Primary and secondary school students will be required to follow a new textbook policy, which the Education Ministry is working on. Minister Rosie Akbar says schools make requests for new books every year, even though stock has already been issued and student numbers have not increased. She adds these books, which cost millions of dollars, aren't cared for during the school year.
Right? So we want more responsibility from the parents, we want more responsibility from the children. So we are in the process of working out a textbook policy, which will be communicated to you, and that should be communicated to the parents. The child has to return the book in the condition he or she has been given the book. Believe me, if we don't inculcate the behavior of responsibility in our children, everything that we're going to give out, every building that we're going to make is not going to be taken, looked after.
Correction facilities in Fiji continue to be filled with respected members of society. Staff officer for the Yellow Ribbon program, Waisile Songonakalo, says gone are the days where correction facilities were only known to be for a particular hierarchy of people. He says the kind of people getting jail term nowadays is shocking.
The older citizens, senior citizens are in prison. The former civil servants are in prison. So it takes only someone to make a wrong decision. He or she can end up in prison.
The New Zealand government is willing to share its trade experience to boost Fiji's export sector. New Zealand High Commissioner to Fiji, Jonathan Kerr, says Fiji has abundance of untapped resources that need to be utilized. Kerr adds benchmarking against the systems and processes of other countries is vital in order to improve the trading system.
There's a lot of work that we can do between New Zealand and Fiji to help strengthen Fiji's ability to take advantage of some of those opportunities. And where New Zealand has a track record of doing well, to be able to share some of that experience with Fiji and to help that side of things, lift up.
Meanwhile, a week-long mission aimed at strengthening strategies to maintain link and trade between businesses in New Zealand and Fiji is currently in Suva. The first lot of cane planted as part of a joint venture between the Fiji Sugar Corporation and landowners was harvested in Nasarawangambua in the Northern Division. Under the joint venture, FSC handles the farming aspects while landowners still retain the lease. Lambasa Sugar Mill manager Michael Factofon says this joint venture has opened up new opportunities for the people of Nasarawanga.
Significance is it is the first ever that we will be harvesting from today onwards cane in Nasarawanga, and I hope this joint venture moves in a positive way. There are many other plans for it, but I believe this is a starting point.
Appointed as the independent regulator for the electricity sector, the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission has delegated some of its functions to Energy Fiji Limited. The two entities agreed or signed an agreement yesterday to ensure the outsourcing is done in an accountable and transparent manner. This memorandum of agreement means the EFL will be under constant scrutiny by the FCCC.
FCCC will assume oversight of all regulatory functions. However, to ensure a smooth transition and minimal disruption to an essential industry, EFL will facilitate the performance of certain functions.
Months of hard work have come to fruition for local fashion designer Zulfikar Ali after the opening of his newest Indian boutique called Taprabana. Taprabana was the name by which the Indian Ocean island of Sri Lanka was known to the ancient Greeks. Ali believes his line of Indian couture will give consumers more choices with the growing demand in that business. He adds the brand reflects the type of costumes people can buy from his boutique.
Yeah, support has been great all the time. The customer support has always been there, which is amazing.
Coming up, Flying Fijians brace for Georgia. And FNRL partners with FBC. Stay.
Ahoy tabua. Aku do talitay na warong na Bula FM. Nambando na sir.
Bula. Alang gono ilutoka do talita ka ng Bula FM berarti nambando na sir.
Ni Bula binaka. Nandraking ko sa Bula FM nga. Na kasi.
Nalang ko sa mundo atibyo ng Bula FM nambando na sir nusur.
Ni Bula binaka. Nalang ko Jerry yang melambasa. Do warong ng Bula FM nambando.
Bula FM nambando na sir.
There's a lot of pressure on the Flying Fijians heading into their Pool D encounter against Georgia at the Rugby World Cup today. The players are aware of what's at stake, according to Captain Domenico Wanganimbarotu. After the captain's run yesterday, Wanganimbarotu said this afternoon's match is very important for the team.
We've got a lot of what's ahead of us. Qualifying for the next World Cup it's in there, and these two games coming up is really important for that, and that's what's the focus on for the next two games.
Oh, certainly I guess there's a bit of pressure floating around based on the expectation that that's sort of outside noise. I mean, what's important for the team is how we work together and how we express ourselves in the games.
Twice defending champions New Zealand scored 9 tries to thrash Canada 63-0 in their second 2019 Rugby World Cup match. Brothers Bowden, Geordie and Scott Barrett all went over as the All Blacks hit this World Cup's highest score. Alipureti Raka scored on his Rugby World Cup debut for France in their 33-9 win over USA last night. France needed 3 late tries to survive a scare and see off United States for their second World Cup win. Alipureti Raka scored on his Rugby World Cup debut for France in their 33-9 win over USA last night. France needed 3 late tries to survive a scare and see off United States for their second World Cup win. Great news for rugby league fans in Fiji, as you will now be able to watch the Prime Minister's 13th tournament on our FBC Sports channel. This has been made possible after an agreement was signed between the Fiji National Rugby League and the Fiji Broadcasting Corporation. FNRL Acting Chief Executive Don Natambe says it's a proud moment for Fiji as we're hosting the match.
13 is an event product on its own, and I think that it is something that we're looking to build up in the future for all countries. It's the very first time that the game has been taken outside of PNG, and we're the very second nation to host the Prime Minister's 13.
The Prime Minister's 13th tournament begins from 1:30 p.m. next Friday at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. In the Champions League, Liverpool held off a stunning fight back by Red Bull Salzburg to get their defense up and running with a 4-3 victory in an incredible game at Anfield. Elsewhere, Luis Suarez scored a fine double. Rain and cloudy conditions prevails over most parts of the country, are expected to clear by late afternoon. Fine weather is forecast for tomorrow. And that is your FBC News Now. Remember to join us at 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Enjoy your lunch. Good afternoon.
My name is Neha and I'm from Karavi, and Mirchi FM it's hot. हम आंचल है नसोरी से मिर्ची FM बहुत जुलूम.
Hi, हम शायरा प्रकाश बात करता है और तावा में मिर्ची FM सबकन से and मिर्ची FM it's hot.
Hi, my name is Prashant. I live in Suva. I love Mirchi FM because Mirchi FM it's hot.
Hi, I'm Shane. I love listening Mirchi FM because it's awesome and it's hot.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Shavi. We love listening to Mirchi FM in Lambasa.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.